How big can the talent gap be between twin brothers born on the same day? Cooper Flagg and his brother Ace give the clearest answer. Flagg and Ace are fraternal twins. This means that although they grew up in the same womb, their genetic similarity is the same as that of regular brothers. Ace was born 1 minute earlier than Flagg, but in every other way, he is not as good as his younger brother. The difference in their talent showed up from infancy. Flagg showed extraordinary talent from an early age. He was taller and stronger than kids his age and could walk on his own at just over 9 months. But Ace could not walk steadily until he was almost 2 years old. This gap became even bigger on the basketball court. In 3rd grade, Flagg could already beat kids several years older than him. At age 13, he could hold his own against college players in one-on-one matchups. Flagg was not only naturally talented, but also had an extremely strong ability to learn. Many basketball moves could be fully mastered and used by him after being demonstrated a few times. In Maine, he was a once-in-a-century basketball prodigy. Ace, however, did not start formal basketball training until the 7th grade. When he played basketball with Flagg as a child, he was mostly just a practice partner for his brother. After entering high school, Flagg fully showed his talent. In his freshman season, he led his team to a dominant 21-1 record and won the Maine class a state championship. He averaged 20.5 points, 10.5 rebounds, 6.2 assists, and 3.7 blocks per game, with extremely well-rounded stats. He also became the first freshman in Maine history to win the Gatorade Player of the Year award. He broke the tradition that only upperclassmen could receive this honor. In his sophomore season, Flagg transferred to Montverde Academy, a top basketball high school in Florida. Ace transferred with him. But in everyone's eyes, Ace was just an afterthought. Everyone knew clearly that Montverde only wanted Flagg from beginning to end. In 2023, to compete at a higher level and reach the NBA 1 year early, Flagg chose to reclassify into the 2024 class. Even after reclassifying, he still ranked first in the nation. He left top recruits like Cameron Boozer far behind and was the undisputed No. 1 high school player in America. In his first year at Duke University, Flagg put on a phenomenal performance. He averaged 19.2 points, 7.5 rebounds, and 4.2 assists per game, all team highs. He quickly became another legendary freshman in Duke's history. Many NBA teams intentionally tanked to try to draft Flagg. In the end, the Dallas Mavericks won the first overall pick with an extremely low probability and selected him in the draft. Ace, however, stayed in his original grade. Later, he transferred to Greensboro Day School, where the competition was less intense. This transfer turned him from a bench player into the absolute core of the team. At 2.01 meters tall, he was no longer just a role player fighting for position in the paint. He began practicing his ball handling skills like crazy. He transformed from a finisher who only caught passes for easy points into a wing player who could create his own scoring opportunities. His average stats also rose to 15.6 points, 9.8 rebounds, and 2.4 blocks per game. As the team's core player, he helped his team win the state championship. After high school, Ace received offers from several NCAA Division III schools. Finally, he joined the University of Maine in his hometown. In the 2025 player rankings, Ace was ranked 272nd. He was just an unnoticed 3-star recruit with very little chance of making it to the NBA. Because Flagg's brilliance was so bright, Ace inevitably seemed ordinary by comparison. Even so, his talent was already far beyond that of an average person.